How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. It is 1 year from the release of the GDC Global Dokkan Campaign LR Blue Goku and Vegeta, and we've decided to do a 1 year later showcase with these guys. We're going to run their primary team, Fused Fighters. I have a couple Future Saga characters here, but obviously they are more on the Fused Fighters side of their lead. We're going to see how they do here 1 year later. We added a couple new units that have been added since the release. If you guys remember, right, their initial week was pretty rough trying to use their Fused Fighters team in the GDC content. But I think with, you know, the longer events having returned since the GDC time frame, some of those Fused Fighters can use, can see some good work here, right? So you'll notice we're running AGL Gogeta from the year 10, for example, and the year 7 LR EZAs. And it should be pretty good. We're going to try to set up a rotation where we have Vegito Blues support up along with the Int Piccolo support up, and then we're going to get a AGL Gogeta and Blue Vegeta turn. That's going to be kind of the goal here, and see if we can pull this off. There we go. All right, and then get a little bit of counter damage in there. Nice. Yeah, so, I mean, the main thing, right, a lot of people will like to talk about this unit. They have aged well, they will say. And, I mean, I kind of see it using them. They are staples on a lot of team, but, I mean, their main gimmick is and kind of always will be dodge. So, I mean, if you're somebody who has good dodge luck, then, they're going to be looking pretty good. I can't say that I have the best luck with them, but let's see. Let's see here. Let's kind of see how this goes. And I love, as soon as I say that, they fail the dodge. Like I said, great if you don't, if you're not me. But I mean, if you're me, like, thankfully we already did some attack lowering last turn, and we have type advantage here. But if this happens like in the second phase, even with attack lowering, like that's an instant KO for them. So, there's, you got to be careful with that. Excellent. All right, let's get them gods build up. We really want that. Excellent. All right, we get another hit with the gods. Perfect. All right, and now we just let Int Piccolo take the hit, and boom, we got his 20% support up. That's what we like to see. All right. Okay, so let's grab... Oof, actually, that is not great. Oh, wow. Okay, so no attack stacking on this blue, unfortunately. But, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. All right. There we go. Okay, at least we get the dodge. And I guess we'll get some attack lowering, which would protect AGL Gogeta, I guess. So this is not the worst thing in the world. Excellent. Get another one. Perfect. All right. And again, they fail the dodge. All right. Well, at least this time it was post super and they take double digits. All right. But again, we've also attack lowered the crap out of them, so it's not like that made a huge... I mean, in fights where that's not possible, that's, that would have actually been pretty devastating. All right. So I think we're going to have a tricky turn on the next one. And it's really going to depend on how we can position AGL Gogeta. There we go. Okay, getting those attack stacks off on the Gamma 1, or Gamma 2 rather. Perfect. Alright, okay, well, we can afford one more stack on the blues. I'd love to get the gods built up a little more, but the blues are our primary showcaser here, so we may as well stick with that. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, so just get that dodge in. Perfect. And then, boom. Okay, so 45 million. So you can definitely see the jump in offense with in Piccolo having procced his passive. Perfect. Yeah, and that is one of the things I don't like about them is that they are. I get why they are. It's to allow the other fusions on their team to build up quicker, because you can prioritize them. But their offense is really low, and that honestly, I feel like I understand why it is that way, but I feel like it hurts more than it helps quite often. All right, so we are actually able to position AGL Gogeta in a safe place where he can get his defense build safely. There we go. We get the dodge on the int phase, thankfully. Excellent. And then we get an additional super. And one more. All right, so for these guys, I think one turn of defense building ought to be enough for AGL Gogeta just kind of tank as long as we can prioritize some good rainbow orbs for them. So I'm not too concerned. There we go. Okay. And now we kind of just need to survive here. There we go. And we get the dodge. And we get the dodge. And we're good. All right. Perfect. All right. But now it's going to be a little tricky. We kind of need to heal up a little bit with the gods. I'm just going to go ahead. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and transform them. I know they missed a stack. But I think the safe play is to do this. Yeah, there we go. Because at least now we can dodge. I am a little worried about where the positioning of the super attack is going to be. And that's really my only reason for doing that. Because if they were not... If the position is anywhere other than... Well, okay. If it's in slot 2, or if it's in slot 2, we would have been screwed. If we would remained in the gods and not transformed into Blue Goku and Vegeta. But if it was in slot 1 or 3, we'd be pretty safe. Oh, and there goes slot 1. So we actually could have avoided a transformation, because I think with the attack... Oh, wow, missed dodge there. I think with the attack lowering, it would be enough for them to tank post-super here. But is what it is. They do massively raise for 4 turns, so it's not the end of the world, because I doubt we're going to take 4 more turns to kill here. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world. There we go. All right, we get another one. Plus, we also can attack break now, which is nice. So not only can we remove one of those attacks entirely, we can dodge the rest of them, since we got quite a few rainbow orbs there. So honestly, it's not. Yeah, it's fine. They aren't going to be our primary damage dealers anyway, so I'm not even really too concerned about that. There we go. One more. There we go. All right, and let's get some crits in with the gammas, actually. That would be really nice. There we go. One more. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Okay. So it doesn't look like we're going to... I think this... Oof. I don't like this turn. This is a scary turn. This is a really scary turn. Oof. Okay, how do we safely play this? Okay, we can put AGL Gogeta in slot 1, 85% chance. I mean, it's the same as the Blues, but just like the Blues, if they miss that dodge, they're kind of screwed. They have significantly lower defense than the Blues. Or we could just try to blitz him offensively. Yeah, let's do that. I think we can do it. I think we can blitz him offensively and be okay here. There we go. We get the dodge. There goes the super. And we do dodge the super. Very nice. Still banging out little damage as possible. Just, yeah, like I said. And he doesn't crit either. Of course, because most people probably have theirs built full dodge. I mean, they do get crit when we go into Vegeta, but again, it does really lean into my point about their damage being so bad in the blue side, in the Goku side, that honestly, I feel like it hurts more than it's helping, because now we got to sit through another turn here, which I don't know necessarily is going to be the best thing for us. Okay. All right, we get another one. We're just going to have to pray that we gave him enough defense then with stacking in slot 2 last turn. Oh, okay. It is enough. Good job. Okay, well, that's true, right? The Blues also gave 20% defense on their 18 keys, so that probably helped as well. Hey, there we go. Okay, so we are actually going to kill this turn. Okay, perfect. All right, so now we can set up the turn, the next turn. We can set up the next turn. Oh, and we get a nice little safe spot for Piccolo too, so we don't have to worry about risking that. Okay, so let's use that. So we're going to go in, we're going to use his active so we can give the Future Saga buff to the next rotation. There we go. Perfect. And we're going to stay in blue Goku for this rotation. There we go. Actually, looking at the amount of rainbow orbs, I almost wonder if it would have been better to put the gods in front. Okay, and then let's just do that. Perfect. Okay, we are getting the Dokkan attack here with the blue Goku. We are getting the dodge. We're going to dodge once more. Yes, we do. All right. Okay, so Dokkan attack. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we missed number 5. All right. Let's go do... Excellent. All right. So far so good. I mean, obviously any one mistake in this phase could cost us, because those crits from Goku are no joke. They will kill blue Goku if they land. We might be okay on some normals here. Okay, yeah. Post super, we were fine. There we go. All right, now we just get the gods, get rid of that attack, and then if blue Goku, I mean, if he can survive the normals post super, then with the added defensive buff from blue Goku, I think the gods can live should they fail a dodge here, as long as it's not a crit. A crit obviously could spell trouble for us. There we go. Ooh, yep, exactly like I said. Them crits spell that trouble. Okay. But hey, we get through. Okay, we made it to the next turn. We get a nice little full heal here from the Dokkan attack. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and let's start the shenanigans. Let's start by bringing out AGL Gogeta here. popping that active so we can increase the damage on both the Gamma 2 and Piccolo, but the Blue Goku as well. Not bad, not bad, not bad. It does look like we got plenty of rainbow orbs here too, so we should be able to actually get them a decent spot in slot 1. Let's go in the middle here. All right, we're gonna pop the support. He does give a little support to Superhero, which Blue Goku is on, so he'll benefit from that. Not crazy, but a little bit. There we go. Ooh, okay, actually did some pretty good damage there. There we go. Yep. Okay, so he did gain that benefit. And then now let's go ahead and pop the Blue Vegeta. So we're gonna do the third slot so we can gain the guard and the extra offense. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful damage. Okay. All right, and now for the piece de resistance, let's get okay, yeah, let's do that, and then, yeah, swap into Gamma. There we go. Okay, so 4 rainbow orbs ought to be enough for AGL Gogeta to live the super here, provided it's not a crit. We'll grab that with Blue Vegeta, and let's make sure we get those. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we should be solid here. Blue Vegeta could probably live a non-crit super here, but if he crits, yeah, I'm pretty sure he dies. Ooh, okay, yeah, like I said, live the non-crit super. Excellent. This is so ridiculous. I hope they've patched this soon because, yeah, with the skip super attacks, which is really nice, it speeds up these runs a lot. It really, I mean, I think it's only the year 10s that it does this for, right? I haven't seen this happen on anyone else other than Vegito and Gogeta, but maybe I'm missing a character. I feel like this only happened. The black screen only happens for them. Oh, nice. There we go. 153 million. Okay, not bad. Not bad, Blue Vegeta. Still not going to be enough to kill, though. And, well, okay, if he didn't dodge, it might have been, but he dodged. A bum. Oh, yeah, if he didn't dodge, that would have killed. That would have killed if he didn't dodge. All right, it's up to Gamma 2, then. Okay, we lived. Ooh, actually, let's see. Do we live the super here? Do we? I think. Oh, well, never mind. We're just going to dodge it. Okay, can you literally stop? Watch the. Okay, so it'd be funny if the normal kills here. Okay, here we go. Okay, seriously. There it is. Alrighty. Okay, so 1 year later, them Blues still got it. I mean, at least as long as you can have some decent dodge luck. As you can see, several close calls here in this video, but I mean, pretty good. Pretty good showing. I mean, of course, we had to juice them up a little towards the end. And honestly, I think they probably would serve better on something like Realm of Gods, or even just a more superhero centered team they could probably do very well on, like AGL Ultimate Gohan's team, or Gamma 2 and Piccolo's team they could do really well on. I just find that for the purposes of the 1 year later video, I specifically wanted to run them as lead for the 1 year later showcase just to kind of see where they're at. So guys, that's it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And in the comments down below, let us know, what units do you want to see next? Of course, we got AGL Gogeta, Omega Shenron, and Rose on the docket up for their 1 year later showcase. But let us know if there's any others you want us to check out and revisit during this campaign. Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.